Hi friends, it's Sarah, the owner and maker behind Multifarious Nature. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're a new viewer, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, huge welcome back to you guys. I'm so glad you guys are here for another video and lots of exciting things to talk about, that is for sure. So, first of all, if you're a new viewer, please make sure you subscribe if you'd like to for one, be notified when there's new videos posted. I do try to post weekly if possible, and if you hit the bell, you'll be notified. So that way you don't miss out on any fun new announcements from Multifarious Nature. Sorry, whew, long day at work today, and I'm just like gonna stumble through this, so we got this, guys. Alright, so shop update, Advent. So I just wanted to jump on here. I'm hoping I can get this posted tonight. That's my goal. It's going to be a little rushed. But so today is the 20th of July. My goal is to get this posted tonight. We'll see if that happens. And the primary reason is because it is the very last push for the Advent pre-orders. I did want to let you know that I am extending my pre-order deadline. So the deadline was until tomorrow, which is the 21st at 12 Eastern, noon, 12 Eastern, but I am extending it until midnight on Sunday, this coming Sunday, which, let me tell you the date. It would help if I have the date written down. I should have done that. The 23rd. So the 23rd of July. It's extended until then. The 23rd of July at midnight, the pre-orders will close. Because I did want to make sure I give you guys a chance. I know it is hard. That was a short period of time for everyone to get the pre-orders in. So if you really want to get one, definitely make sure you hop over to get it. I just have a few more available, and I hate for you to miss out. So I've been posting a lot on Instagram, but if you don't follow me on Instagram, I wanted to make sure you guys were made aware of that closing of the pre-orders. So that's for the 2023 Advents coming out. That are the 4 sock sets that are one-of-a-kind colorways that are layered and all kinds of fun stuff going on. I don't want to give away the colors, but they're inspired by the photos that are posted on the listing. So definitely check that out if you're looking for a really special gift to give for someone or a gift for yourself. So that is the Advent calendar, and yeah, very exciting indeed. And that'll be on my classic sock base, which is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. All right, finished objects. You guys, I finished it. I want to dance around the room and scream it from the rooftop. Have you guys ever done a project like that, that when you finished it, you were just like, you were so ecstatic because you actually almost didn't think you'd ever finish it? You just really didn't think you were going to? I'm gonna be honest, I kind of thought that was gonna happen with this sweater. That's why I stopped working on it. I actually remember talking about this a while back, saying that I might actually rip it out because I didn't think I was gonna finish it. I was just too overwhelmed by the whole thing. And then I started knitting on it again. And it's brioche. And I started knitting on it again, and then I fell in love with brioche again, and guess what? I finished it. I finished an entire sweater in brioche. I can barely believe it myself. So this is the sweater. I'm wearing it, and it is a very hot day. We have our AC on right now, thank the Lord, because it's 84 degrees Fahrenheit outside, and I would not want to wear this sweater outside. It's airy, but it would be way too hot. I have primarily, it's a merino blend primarily that I'm wearing on all these bases. I think they're really, there is a little bit of alpaca. I have some alpaca, but primarily it is merino, either merino singles or a merino, or actually even BFL. I have some BFL nylon bases as well that I have in the sweater. So I would not necessarily wear the sweater on a day like this, but this is, I should tell you what it is. This is the Coffee and Jewels sweater by Leslie Ann Robinson. She's a very talented brioche designer. I constantly just gush over her because her patterns are stunning, and this is one of them. This is that, like I said, Coffee and Jewels sweater, Leslie Ann Robinson. If you hop on over to her Ravelry, you can check out her version, which is absolutely stunning as well. But you can see all the pretty colors. These are Multifarious Nature colorways. I have Aurora, Vecna, and my top portion here. Then we go into Vecna and Cranberry. And then we have Cranberry and Wilting Roses. Wilting Roses, Off to Oz, and Aurora, and then it continues repeat up like that. So, as you can see, my sleeves are not full length. I do not like to wear full length sleeves for the most part, especially if the sleeve is as beautifully drapey and fun like this. This would get in everything if it was long. I am not that talented. Miss Leslie Ann Robinson, she has, or Ms. Leslie Ann Robinson, she has her sleeves long, and I don't know how she does it. She must be majorly talented to not get her sleeves dipped in something, but I sure would. So the way I did it is I made them shorter. I would call, here, I'm going to stand up here. I'm backing you up so that you can see this, but so they're like 3/4 sleeve technically, bracelet length 3/4 sleeve. I'm sorry you're not gonna be able to see me talking this whole time. I usually try to do that, but I want you guys to see the whole thing. So it's long. It's like, here's the top of my high-rise shorts. It's nice and long. It comes nice and long, which I love. I'm a huge fan of that. As you can see, it has all of this beautiful, like, floral motif throughout. It's absolutely stunning. There's mistakes all over this because this is just me making mistakes, and it's brioche, and I wanted to get it done, but I, on purpose, I made an accident. I talked about it in my last video. I made the bottom funky, so you can't see so well. Here we go. These sections are a certain amount, and I made this one too small. But it worked because then I could shorten my sleeve by making the section smaller. It made the sleeve shorter, and it worked. It worked out so well. I was able to close up all my holes, no problem. You always get kind of holes under your sleeves when you do many sweaters. Not all, but most. So I was able to close that up. I've never done a fully brioche sweater, so I definitely had some massive holes underneath here. That was just probably me, I guess. I don't know. But it was very easy to close it up. I just kind of replicated my stitches and closed it. Worked really well. Worked really well. So, sorry, I'm going to bounce you around a little bit. Hi, guys. But I just have to say, I loved this pattern. It is actually very interesting because this pattern took me a long time to do, time frame wise, but I didn't work on it the entire time. And when I actually think about how much time I put into working on it, yes, it took longer than most sweaters I've ever worked on, that's for sure, because brioche really does take about double the amount of time to create. So it's 2-color brioche. Just want to make sure you guys know that. It's in her book. I have it right here. Her book is called Brioche Knitting for Beginners and Beyond. I would say this is in the Beyond section. But wow, there's a lot of patterns in this book that I want to do. So many, in fact. But this one was kind of on the top of my list. This is one of the first patterns I wanted to purchase of hers, but I was a little intimidated by it. And then I saw it was in her book, and I just decided, well, what the heck? There's multiple patterns in her book I would love to do. And based off the price, well worth it. So I bought the book. This pattern, like I said, took a while to make. I'm so glad I did. So glad I did. And I'm excited to wear this during the holidays. This is definitely more for me like a fall winter sweater, but it could easily be worn in the spring based off these colors. So that is awesome, but I'm looking forward to wearing this holiday season. And really, I don't have anything negative to say about it. It does take a lot of focus because it's brioche and you're doing increases and decreases and it takes a lot of focus. I do recommend, somewhere in her book, I'm pretty sure Leslie Ann Robinson recommends putting in stitch markers for each repeat of this pattern, like all the way around. Definitely recommend that. Highly recommend that, because it helps you stay on top of how many stitches you have in each section so you do not increase accidentally or forget to decrease. I've done all of the above, and it was an amazing learning experience. I'm grateful to be done. I am grateful to be done, but I have to say I kind of miss it a little bit because I really enjoyed brioche again. I did. So I'm looking into doing another brioche project. I've got some really fun ideas up my sleeve. I don't know if it's going to come to fruition. We will see. I hope it will. I hope it will. We will see. I don't want to give too much away because I don't know if it'll work. But I'm pretty excited about the whole thing, if you can't tell. And I cannot say enough nice things about this fun sweater. It is so much fun. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw that I posted photos of it finished. This is blocked. Ends wove. I wove in the ends, you guys. I wove in the ends. I washed and blocked it. I'm very proud of myself. I did all of that before showing you. So this is the actual length that it will be, because it's completely blocked and washed and all that good stuff. So, as I said, this is an alteration. The sleeves are normally longer if you follow the pattern to a T, but I did not. And some of the stripes are slightly different because, again, I altered the pattern. But I loved it. I loved it. So, highly recommend trying it if you want to really challenge yourself with brioche, because brioche is a lot of fun. This one definitely takes more focus, but if you want to challenge yourself and create a truly one-of-a-kind work of art sweater, highly recommend it. It takes 5 colorways. But it only takes 5 colorways and 1 skein of each. Oh, I do have my bag here. So I want to show you guys how much I have left of some of these skeins. So these are the skeins that I used. So one of them, not sure where it went. I had it. It was just here. There it is. So this one is, I think I only used it in this project. I'm debating if I had used this in something else. I swear I did. This was a high 150 gram skein of yarn, so I'm pretty positive I used this in another. But I had about 100 grams, so I used this. This is my Cranberry colorway. And then we have Wilting Roses. I did not weigh these. I probably should have weighed them to tell you guys how much left I have, but I want to say I have around 25, well no, not even 25. I'd say 36 to 40 grams of each of these left, give or take, but that's my estimate. Off to Oz. Aurora. And then Vecna. And a couple of these colorways are actually quite a couple of these, quite a couple. 3 of these colorways are definitely one-of-a-kind colorways, so once they're gone, they're gone. They're limited runs, but they are in the shop currently. There's just a couple of each of these, so if you do want to get your hands on them, definitely check it out. But I want to say there's around 40 grams, I'd say around 40 grams of each colorway left. So it used quite a bit of the yarn, but there is actually some left. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I thought for sure that this beautiful, massive sweater would have taken so much yarn. Now, granted, if I had made these the correct amount, I would have gone through more of the yarn, but I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed. So it's a great way to take 5 different single skeins that you have and put them together into one project and create a piece of artwork. I mean, all right. This is not a paid promotion. I just am in love with this pattern. I'm very impressed by Leslie Ann Robinson and her talent, and I just have to kind of just shout out to her. She's very talented. Anyway, so that's my Coffee and Jill sweater, and it is finally done. So now let's get into the works in progress, and I have quite a few that I worked on. And I only did a little here and there on some of them, but I want to talk about all of them because I did work on all of them. We will start with, oh, it's right next to me. My goodness. This is my half and half triangles wrap. I worked on this, and I just love working on this. It is so much fun. I've got some serious progress, and I just keep going. It probably looks very similar to you, but it did grow by this much. It did. It's hard to tell, but it did. So this is my, blast it out, my Kismet colorway on my alpaca merino nylon blend base, and it is so soft and drapey. Look at that beautiful drape. Oh, I love alpaca. It's my favorite. So soft. So this is Kismet, which is a new colorway in the shop. I do currently have it in stock, and is a fun speckled tonal, like, well, variegated. I guess it's variegated, but it kind of reads more as a tonal with speckling, but there you go. I guess it's a soft variegation. And then we are going to be pairing it with strawberry shortcake, because come on guys, pink, right? Gotta have some pink. I don't work with pink too often, but I'm getting excited about pink, and I've not seen the new Barbie movie yet. It's not out yet, and I think I'm a little nostalgic and want to watch it just because I played with Barbie growing up. But I have no idea. But anyway, there you go. So I was doing this before the Barbie movie, but I just feel like, oh, how perfect that there's this fun pink that's going to be in my half and half triangles wrap at some point. But I'm not going to get there quite yet because I have a bit more to do on this, that's for certain. But I am not in any rush. I am just knitting on this as is, and it's wonderful. Wonderful TV knitting, great for chatting. If you have a knit group, this would be a great project for that, because you could just knit. It's knitting back and forth. It's garter stitch fabulousness. What's not to like? Right, and that's Purl Soho pattern, by the way. My next project is my, did I write it down? Oh no, maybe I didn't. Remy camisole, number 2, because I've done this one already, and this is the second time I'm knitting it because my first one was a little too revealing for me to wear out in public. So this one's going to be a little more modest, which I'm excited, but the color is not more modest. I feel like the color is really beautiful and vibrant, and the colorway is by Juniper Moon Farms. It's the Zooey colorway in soft cotton linen blend, 60% cotton, 40% linen, which I have to say I am loving working with. I'm not sure what's wrong with me. I don't know. I don't know. I normally do not like cotton. I hate cotton for the most part. That's a strong word. I don't use it lightly. I normally hate cotton. I hate it. It hurts my hands. My hands don't like it. I have very strong feelings about cotton. But I have got to say, and linen doesn't stray far from cotton, so how I enjoy this is beyond me. I normally like cotton wool blends because the wool will give it some spring, but I have to say, really liking working with this. I don't know if all of a sudden I can knit properly with it and I'm not hurting my hands. I don't know, but I'm almost done with the first skein. I got 2 skeins. They are 284 yards for 100 grams. And the colorway, if you're curious what the color is, it's 66 grape. It's so beautiful. It's really nice warm purple. I love it. And I have made progress. And I really hope this is going to fit because the first one was too big. I hope this one's not too small. I did try it on. So, I mean, of course, by looking at it, you're going to probably go, oh my gosh, it's tiny. But you have to remember, guys, it stretches, right? So I made this one a little bit more with negative E, so it's going to fit a bit more snug than the first one. But the part I'm worried about, I tried it on, and width-wise, it's okay. But I'm worried about the arm. I have quite decent sized shoulders and everything, and I just want to make sure, because of my bust, I want to make sure that this isn't going to be a problem. I tried it on. It's so hard trying this on, though, to see how it's going to fit when it's only this much. And I tried it on when it was like this much. It's not a good gauge. It's not a good gauge of how it's going to fit. So I'm trying to wait until it gets like bralette length, which I'm getting there. And then try it on again and see how that fits. And hopefully it fits. Hopefully it fits okay. Because I know the length and everything, the weight is going to help lengthen it and all that good stuff. So I really hope it's going to be okay. I'm not worried about it being too big. I'm worried about it being too tight up here in my upper region. The rest of my body, I think it'll fit fine, but this upper area is truly going to be the ultimate test. So I really hope it will. I love the color. I think the color is going to look amazing. My goal, I have a lot of goals, guys. I feel very lofty with my goals these days. I don't know what's gotten into me. But I want to be able to wear this to when I go to the Michigan Fiber Art Festival. I am going to the Michigan Fiber Art Festival. This was decided. I'm going to be going with my mom and my sister and her boyfriend. They're going to be coming. My husband's not a big fiber festival person, so I love that they will go with me. But I would love to wear this because the last 3 years, actually pretty much every year we have gone to the Michigan Fiber Art Festival in Allegan, Michigan, it has been around 80 degrees, almost 90 degrees sometimes. So a tank top is my jam. That's what I'm excited about because I've worn t-shirts and that was fine. I wore a knit sweater one year. I did I think it's the Fade. It's by Andrew Mowry. It's a t-shirt. And I was a little hot in it, I have to say. It was in the 80s, and it was a merino nylon blend sweater, and it was too much. It was too much. I was so hot. So I want linen and cotton tank top all the way. I want to wear that. So my goal is to get this done by then. And I also have other things I need to get done by then. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. All right, so that is I wrote it down. Remy camisole. And that is, I should tell you who that's by. Kadri? I'm pretty sure it's Kadri. Kadri. Yeah, that's the designer. All right. Sorry I'm so scatterbrained, you guys, but I really wanted to get this in and up before the day so you guys don't miss out on the Advent if you so choose to partake in this year's Advent. All right, next, you guys, I'm waiting for the gasp. My big cozy cardi. Oh my gosh, I know, you probably thought I forgot about it. I did not. My big cozy cardi by Andrew Mowry. I did not forget about it. I just put it aside because I got distracted by this. So I am working on it, ever so slowly but surely. But I have to say, I made progress. I was a knitting machine this week. I don't know how I fit it in because, yeah, I honestly, I don't know. I was a knitting machine. So I knit this much this week. That's a lot. That's a lot. I'm impressed with myself. I am. So there you go. I still have inches to go, mind you, but I was a knitting machine this week. So as stated, this is the Cozy Cardi by Andrew Mowry, and I am using my Multifarious Nature colorway. This is the chestnut colorway. It is a beautiful, warm brown. I'm trying not to blow it out with the sun, but it is, it's a sunny day. This is what happens. Let's see here. Here we go. It's kind of getting, there we go. I think that's close to the color. I'm looking at my screen. It's a nice, warm brown with like a kind of a golden orangey golden tonality to it. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's this cozy blanket. It is on my 100% Peruvian Highland wool base, which is a non-superwash wool. If you're looking for a non-superwash base, that is one that I carry in the shop, and I would be more than happy to dye up any colorway that is not one of my limited run colorways. So any colorway that is not a limited run, I would happily dye that up on this base for you, because it's an amazing base for textured stitches, which is what she has going on here. Beautiful texture. It's great for textured stitches, amazing for cabling. Peruvian Highland wool. So yes, it doesn't look like I made much change, other than the fact that my progress keeper shows that I have made change, but it is just a big rectangle is what I am creating right now. So there you have it. A massive rectangle. But I'm totally okay with that. I'm gonna get there, you guys. I'm gonna get there. I keep looking at it, and I'm getting closer and closer every single time. And I still have a couple more inches, but then I get to join. And what happens after I join them for the sleeves? I get to add the floof. And the floof is my Surrey alpaca base. It's so beautiful. It's Surrey alpaca and silk, and it's super soft and floofy and amazing. And this is on my Autumn Kiss colorway, if you're curious. I'm going to be using that as the collar, and I'm just excited. It's going to be like this big fluffy blanket, and I don't need it right now when it's 80-something degrees outside, but in the winter time in Michigan, this is going to be amazing. So slowly but surely working away on that. Very exciting, very exciting. All right, whew, 2 more projects. I'm getting through it. I'm getting through it, you guys. Right, the next one, again, very little progress. I just kind of whittled away at a little bit here and there, but we are getting there. So this is a sock set. This is my DRK Everyday socks with my Come Thou Font sock sets. They are Multifarious Nature sock sets. I have one more in the shop currently. Pretty sure just I have one left in the shop. If you would like one, it has this really beautiful neutral kind of a cooler taupe color, and then it makes its way into this absolutely beautiful colorway, and it has speckles to add fun and interest while you are working away at it. So much fun. And it's a 100-gram skein and a 20-gram mini that's with it. The rate I'm going, I guarantee I'm going to have extra left of this. I made 1 sock already, and now I'm working on the second, and I just know I'm going to have some extra. So there you have it. It is a beautiful speckled colorway with some violet and lavender speckles and pinks and reds. I love it. Absolutely love it. It's so much fun. It's just soft and amazing. So that is working up nicely. This is my second pair of DRK Everyday socks that I've made, and my first one was using hand spun, and it fits amazing. And this is my second pair, and I tried on the first one, and oh my gosh, it fits so good, you guys. If you're looking for a pattern that is very flexible, great for gift knits because it's very forgiving if you're not sure if it's going to fit someone's foot, I'm telling you, it will probably fit their foot. It has this amazing ribbing. I'm telling you. I actually am going to be working on a gift knit that is using this pattern because I think that it will fit that person, and I'm not worried about it. So there you go. So that is that. And yes, I'm using double pointed needles. I'm a convert, and I normally love knitting magic loop, and magic loop method, but I also like using 9-inch circulars for socks, but I've just been doing the double pointed needles, and I don't know what's the matter with me. Right, so last but certainly not least, I have been working on my granny square blanket. I'm going to call it my giant granny square blanket. I'm using I used the pattern from KnittyNatty as like a guideline for the starting point, and then I'm just going rogue from there. This is using minis from, whoops, from my Multifarious Nature Advents the past couple years, as well as my Advents that I've gotten as gifts for the past couple years. So I have a Chick That Knits minis in here. I have Emma's Yarn and Suburban Stitcher. Those are all in here as well. And I'm just randomly grabbing a color. I literally close my eyes, put my hand in there, grab a color, and then I just hold that double with the other color. And I just crochet away on my granny square. So as you can see, this is a very large granny square. So what am I doing? I am taking a granny square and I am just making it massive. I just keep going and going and going, and I'm going to keep going and going and going until I use all of my minis that are in here. I know. I was debating if I wanted to use, because I have some non-superwash wool in here as well, because I used one of my Advents is a non-superwash Advent. And I was debating if I want to or not to use that in this blanket. And I'm still trying to figure out if I want to do that. Because I know there's some talk, if you will, there's like controversy around using superwash and non-superwash in a single project together. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to use it or not. I might end up still using it in the blanket. We will see. But so far, I have majority are superwash, because all the Advents that I've that I've received as gifts are all superwash. So take that with what you will. It'll probably be mostly superwash. We'll see how big it gets. But yeah, I just keep holding it double with another color. So I went from this, and they're all random. So I have some colorways that are Multifarious Nature colorways held with like Suburban Stitcher. This is a Multifarious Nature colorway from one of my Advents, and I am holding it with a Suburban Stitcher colorway that is right here. It's nice soft neutral, and that is what is going on right now. And I went from this one, which was a Multifarious Nature colorway, the brown, held with this kind of like green and cream color, and she has like multiple speckles in there too, and that's from Emma's Yarn. So I held those together, and it creates the super fun like mint chip look. This is my mint chip row. So it's just really fun. It's super random. There's no rhyme or reason to it, and I absolutely love it. I love how it is turning out. The great part about randomness is it still looks absolutely beautiful, and I love that. And this is going to be a culmination of multiple artists' colors that have been dyed up, put together into one massive project. So I'm going to do this blanket as big as I can get it. It's going to be a square then, and I'm just thrilled. I knit with this the other day on my lap, and it is so crocheted with this on my lap, and it is getting some weight to it. I feel like this is going to be a rather weighted blanket, which I'm all for. I like weighted blankets, so I'm very excited about it. Super soft. And I just keep my little minis in my tote here, and I just kind of, like I said, grab one and keep going, and it's really a lot of fun. I also have to say, so it is a lot of fun to crochet with wool because I've crocheted with acrylic and it can be very aggressive on my hands, but wool is more flexible. Wool is kinder on your hands. Go figure. It stretches. So there we have it. That is it, you guys, for this week when it comes to works in progress. As far as life updates, I've been working outside a lot. That's why I'd say I'm surprised I have as much energy as I do right now. because I woke up at 2 a.m. abruptly because our fire alarm went off in our house. We have, of course, multiple fire alarms, and they went off, and we looked everywhere in the house. We searched everywhere. They're all kind of connected to each other. If one goes off, they all go off. None. There's nothing. There's no fire. There's nothing. They are not. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. But that happened at 2 a.m. and I'm exhausted because, that, of course, I lost sleep after that because I kept thinking there's something wrong. But here I am with energy. I have no idea. Anyway, but I do need to get outside to help Dan, my husband, because we got a nice shipment of wood that we purchased from someone yesterday, that like logs that need to be split. Some of them need to be split, some are pre-split. A lot of them need to be split though, and we need to stack them before it rains, so that way it's good to go. I don't think it's gonna rain today, but in the near future we definitely get rain, so I need to help him get that all figured out and stacked, so I will be doing that. But I did want to jump on here and share not only about the Advent, but all of the funness that is going on with Works in Progress and this Coffee and Jules sweater, which I highly recommend you guys try. Give yourself a good challenge. You should try it. It's a lot of fun. Try brioche. If you haven't tried brioche, just try it. Just try it. If you don't like it, just give it a whirl. Hope you guys are doing wonderful. I hope you're happy, healthy. I hope you are creating, and I hope you are having a beautiful week. I hope you have a wonderful weather by you. This week was the week that people that live in Michigan live for. It was like 70 degrees some days, low 80s others, and barely any humidity. It's just so grateful for it. Yes. So, yeah, I really enjoyed chatting with you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll chat with you soon. Take care. Bye.